Yeah. Now, they gave values of f of r for selected values of r is given. Now they are asking the question. So now let us go to the questions. Using the data in the table, estimate f dash of 2.25. So they're asking us to estimate what is the value of f dash of 2.25. Using correct units, interpret the meaning of your answer in the context of this problem. So where does 2.25 lies? 2.25 lies between 2 and 6. So what is the meaning of f dash of x? Slope is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So y2, that is f of 2 minus f of 1, sorry, f of 2.5. F of 2.25 lies between 2 and 2.5. Sorry, f of 2.25 lies between 2 and 2.5. So f dash of 2.25 is given by, let me erase this. Yeah, so 2.25 lies between 2 and 2.5. So f dash of 2.25 should be given by f of 2.5 y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So 2.5 minus 2. I know the value of the function at 2.5, which is 10. I know the value of the function at 2, which is 6. So 10 minus 6 divided by 0.5, which is 4 by 0.5, which is 8. What is this 8? Milligrams per square centimeter square upon centimeter. So it gives me 8 milligrams by centimeter cube. So what does it gives here? 8 milligrams by centimeter cube. What I got as f dash of 2.25. I hope everyone understood how to find f dash of 2.25. If anyone has doubt to how to find f dash of 2.25, let me know. I would be happy to explain you how to find f dash of 2.25. 2.25 lies between 2 and 2.5. So y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So finally I got an answer. What is the answer I got? I got an 8. Now he's not stopping there. Using correct units, interpret the meaning of your answer in the context of this problem. What is the meaning of slope? Slope meaning is change in y when x changes by 1 unit. That is the meaning of interpretation. Generally we know. So what is the change in y? What is y here? The density of the bacterial population. I got slope as positive 8, means positive means increasing. So the density of the bacterial population in a circular petri dish at a distance of how much at a distance? At a distance of 2.25. At a distance of 2.25 centimeters from the center of the dish is increasing by 8 milligram per centimeter cube. That should be the meaning of the interpretation of f dash of 2.25. Then generally it will be 8 marks. Sometimes it will be for 1 mark, sometimes it will be for 3 marks, but there are 2 points here, so mostly they'll give 2 marks. So what is the meaning of interpretation? What is the change in y when x changes by 1 unit? So the density of the bacterial population is in a circular petri dish increasing at a distance of 2 centimeters from the center of the dish is increasing at the rate of 8 milligram per centimeter cube. That is what you need to give the answer. Okay, I hope everyone understands. If anyone still has doubt, please let me know. First question is dead simple. I need to find derivative at a particular point. So f dash x, that is slope is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. 2.25 lies between 2 and 2.5. So find the value. Now I need to find the interpretation of meaning. Interpretation meaning is what is the change in y? So milligram per centimeter cube per each centimeter. So the density of the bacterial population is increasing at the rate of 8 milligram per centimeter. Perfect. I hope everyone understood first question. Now let me come back to the second point. The total mass in milligrams of bacteria in the petri dish is given by the integral expression. So now they're saying they give density. They're saying this is the formula to find the total mass of the bacteria in that, see how good it is there. You're able to find what is the total mass of the bacteria using some function. Now they're asking us to find approximate what is the value of this using the right Riemann sum with 4 subintervals indicated in the data table above. So first of all, we should know what is Riemann sum. Riemann sum is an approximation to find area under the curves. Suppose if I have a curve like this, so if I can divide this into 4 rectangles, I can do like this, I can do like this, I can do like this. Now I can use left Riemann sum or right Riemann sum. What is the meaning of left Riemann sum? This will be the height into width. This will be the height into width. This will be the height into width. This will be the height. This will be the height. Sorry. This will be the height in left Riemann sum. This will be the height and this will be the width. This will be the height and this will be the width. This will be the height and this will be the width. Where in left Riemann sum. For the same curve, if I want to do right Riemann sum, this is my height and this is my width. This is my height. This is my width. This is my height. This is my width. Students who are getting confused, again we'll repeat. We have discussed all these Riemann sums, everything. Suppose if I have a function, if I need to find area of this curve using Riemann sum, dividing into 4 subintervals or 5 subintervals or how many you want. Suppose if I want 3 subintervals, so I'm dividing this curve, let it be 0 to 3 into 3 subintervals, 1, 2 and 3. Now if I need to find using right Riemann sum, this is how I do the question. So width is 1, let this height be some 3, let this height be some 4, let this height be some 4.5. So 1 into 3, again the width is 1, 1 into 4, again the width is 1, 1 into 4.5. That will give me the area of this Riemann, this curve. So if for the same curve, if I want to use left Riemann sum, again divide into 3 subintervals. So this is 0 into something. So for this rectangle, I'll use this height. For this rectangle, I'll use this height. So this is 1 into, if this is 0, 0, because this is a rectangle I'm getting here, left Riemann sum. If this is 1, if this height is some 2, 1 into 2. If this is width is 1 and if this height is 3, 1 into 3. This is how left means we'll use the left part as the height, right Riemann sum is the right part as the sum. Midpoint means we'll take the midpoint and we'll use the height. So now what he is asking in the question, he's asking us to find, what he's asking is asking us to find the mass of the bacteria using the right Riemann sum. But he's not asking me to find integral of f of r into dr. What is the function he gave here? He gave r into f of r. If you see the question here, he gave r into f of r. So first find what r into f of r. So x-axis is r, but your y-axis is r into f of r. You need to be smart at the end of the day. He is not asking you to find integral of 0 to 4 f of r dr. He's asking you to find r into f of r. So you'll make one more table, which is r into f of r. 0 into 1 is 0. 1 into 2 is 2. 2 into 6 is 12. 2.5 into 10 is 25. 4 into 18 is 72. So now you try to see the time. Now I got this table. When x is equal to 0, 0. When x is equal to 1, it is 2. When x is equal to 2, this is 12. When x is equal to 2.5, this is some 25. When x is equal to 4, it is 18. Listen to me carefully here. You definitely understand everything. This is 4, 18. Now I want r into f of r ka integral using the Riemann sum. So first I am finding what is r into f of r, because they are not given what is r into f of r. So when 2.5, it is 25. So this point is 2.5, 25. This point is 2, 12. This point is 1, 2. This point is 0, 0. So definitely this is an increasing function. Why? Because f of r is an increasing function. R is also a positive number. So r into f of r should be an increasing function. What is an increasing function? F dash x is greater than 0. Correct, right? R into f of r. Derivative, do the derivative of this function with respect to r. F of r plus r into f dash of r. So f of r is positive, r is a positive number, f dash of r is increasing function, so it should be positive. So the entire value is positive. So r into f of r is also an increasing function. Don't get confused. Why I'm telling you is he is asking underestimate or overestimate. I went there, so I'm explaining. Leave that. So now let me do the Riemann sum for this question using the right Riemann sum. So this is one triangle. This is another triangle. This is another triangle. This is another triangle. I divide into 4 subintervals. So what is my width here? 1. What is my height here? 2. 1 into 2. What is my width here? 1. What is my height here? 12. 1 into 12. What is my width here? 0.5. What is my height here? 25. What is the width from 2.5 to 4? 1.5. What is the height here? 18. This is integral of 0 to 4 r into f of r dr using the right Riemann sum. If it is not clear, I'll open the whiteboard and explain it to you again. So this is r into f of r using the right Riemann sum, but there is something called 2 pi also. 2 pi is not relevant to me. It is either before the function, so I need to multiply this with 2 pi. So we'll simplify. So this is a calculator based question, so you can definitely use calculator. 1 into 12 is 12. 0.5 into 12.5. 1.5 into 18. 18 plus 9 is 27. So for Nalgo 26.5. 26.5 is this 18 or sorry? Oh, I wrote these values. I should write, sorry. This is r into f of r, right? This is 72, not 18. It is 72. 72. Sorry, 72. So 1.5 into 72. I think students are trying to tell me. Yes, correct. So this is 72. 4 comma 72. 2.5 comma 25. 2 comma 12. 1 comma 2. 0 comma 1. Correct. Now 1.5 into 72. 1.5 into 72 is 72 plus 36, which is 108. So 2 plus 14.5, 16.5 plus 108 into multiply with 2 pi. That will be your answer. That is mass. So you should write grams. Units are also important. You just write some number and leave it. You are not applying. You are just some what is this marks based, which you don't want. See how well they are applying calculus to the real life. How happy. That is why I like calculus part here. They apply calculus to the real life. So final answer should be grams because you are finding the mass. That is the mass. So I'll just do on the whiteboard 1 second because it is clear here. I'll use thin and I'll use a different color. It will be good. So now they gave r and f of r. They gave r and f of r for different values. 0, 1, 2, 2.5, 4. Correct, right? 0, 1, 2, 2.54, 1, 2, 6, 10, 18. 1, 2, 6, 10, and 18. Now, what they're asking? They're asking to find integral of 0 to 4 r into f of r dr. I want to find using the left Riemann sum. So first find what is r into f of r. 0, 2, 12, 25, and 72. Now my function x-axis is r and y-axis is r into f of r. And the points they are given is 0, 0, when x is equal to 1, y is 2, 1, 2, 2, 6, 2.5, 10, 4, 72, 2.5, 10. Now I want to use left Riemann sum. So this is my function. I want to divide into 4 intervals. 1, 0, 1, 2, 2.5 into 4. I'll divide 1 interval, 2, 3, and 4 intervals. Here I am using right Riemann sum. So my height is 2. Here I'm using the right Riemann sum. Suppose let it be 2, 6. So this my height is 6. Here I'm using 2.5, 10. So my height here is 10. 2.5, 25. Sorry, 2.5, 25. So my height here is 25 at 4. 72. So this is my height. This is my point. So height is 72. So width is 1, area, length into width. So 1 into 2, 1 into 6, 0.5 into 25, 1.5 into 72 will give me the right Riemann sum. And they're asking 2 pi into something will give me the mass. Whatever this I'll follow here. They're already giving me some function. So I'll get the final answer, but write the final answer in terms of grams. That should be your answer. Okay, very clear. Yeah. So even if you don't know right now, so that is what is advantage. Just solve all previous year papers with concept, apply the mind and do, you'll get pakka 5 out of 5. Even you need to do multiple choice questions from the book that I gave it to you. You need to solve all the multiple choice questions because it has so many multiple choice there, and practice is free response questions by applying concept, not by hearting. You'll never get an exam if you by heart. Very good. Now let us see the third question. What is the third question and how to solve the third question? Is the approximation found in part B an overestimate or underestimate of the total mass of the bacteria in the Petri dish? See how good they are asking here. So you did something. Is it an overestimate or underestimate? So when I'm explaining Riemann sum concept, I told you this. What I told you, suppose if I have an increasing function or if I have a decreasing function, suppose I have a decreasing function or I have an increasing function. So I'm trying to find area of this decreasing function using the Riemann sum. 1, 2, assume that I have divided into 3 parts. For the increasing function also assume that I'm dividing it into 3 parts. So for an increasing function, if I am using left Riemann sum, the area that you got now is less than the actual area because you are missing this part, you are missing this part, you are missing this part. So the good conclusion that we have made it here is, if the function is increasing and you are using left Riemann sum, you will always get an underestimate. For the same graph, if I am using right Riemann sum, I'll use this circle, sorry, this rectangle. I'll use this rectangle. I'll use this rectangle to find the area if I'm using the right Riemann sum. If I am using this as my right Riemann sum, will I get overestimate or underestimate? Overestimate, because I need to find only this area. This is an extra part. 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 So if you are using a right Riemann sum for an increasing function, you get overestimate. Overestimate, because we are using more than what is required. So if I come back to this question, is the approximation found in part B an overestimate or underestimate of the total mass of the bacteria? So first I need to find, I clearly told you R into F of R is an increasing function, because you'll get F of R, which is a positive values, and R is a positive number, F dash R is also a positive number. So since instead of doing all this, F of R is an increasing function and R is also a positive number. So R into F of R is also an increasing function. For an increasing function, if you are using right Riemann sum, this blue ones, definitely I'll get more area than what is required. So your answer should be overestimate, because since the function is strictly increasing, and since we are using, you just need to no need to write all this graph and everything. Since the function is an increasing and we are using the right Riemann sum, definitely we get as answer as overestimate. I hope you are clear. Still, if someone has any doubt, you just let me know. Okay, and then I'll be able to answer your questions. Yeah. No. So I need to relate Riemann sum to an increasing or decreasing function. By graph, we cannot relate it. You will not get. You need to use the concepts of the math to explain here. Then you will get marks. So you need to say that the function is an increasing function. That is the reason. Definitely, you get what is this answer as overestimate.